Welcome to Only Murders in My Mind. Hello, it's Thursday, it's 5 p.m. and it's Only Murders in My Mind with Liz Hedgecock.
Hello.
And Mike Jackson.
Hello.
So, another week has passed. How are you both? I bet you've been busy. You've not got any holidays planned, Mike?
No.
It's not very often you say that.
I'm trying to think. We tend not to go away during the children's school holidays.
Oh, years and years of having to.
Years and years of having to. So,
yes.
Yeah, so we never go away in August.
No.
So we're more likely to be sort of September, October.
Yeah.
But nothing, no big holidays planned.
I know when I worked for the health visiting service in Cumbria, I was, because I was one of the oldest people in the office, I used to do a lot of cover. I wasn't a health visitor, but I used to be able to take phone calls, redirect people to who they needed to speak to, etc. So I used to do that through August because I didn't have children at school, so I could go away anytime I liked. So I was like an asset. Everybody going, "Can she not come and work for us?" And that's all it was. It was the fact that I didn't want the school holidays off. And Liz has got sort of a son. Would it be expensive getting all his stuff to go to? You know, like his pots and his pans and his knives and forks. And
I think we'll be like, checking drawers and checking cupboards to find what we can scrape together. Because certainly when I went to uni, I went with a rag bag of, whatever spare plates, side plates, knife, fork, bowl, whatever we had. Nothing matched at all. But
can I just give anybody out there that's going off to uni some advice? Go to the nearest charity shop and get what you want in the way of knives, forks, spoons, pots and pans, and then you've not got to carry them all the way with you. You might have to bring them back at half term. It depends where you're living, but and of course they're cheap, and you're giving some money to charity. So that's a bit of advice anyway. I mean, some girlies will want everything matching, won't they? Right, so today we're going to just do our own thing where we talk about a topic that's we said weird and wonderful, didn't we? That was the sort of
yes. The weirder, the more wonderful.
The remit sort of thing.
The weirder, the better.
Yes. And we like doing these because we can all go off on something that really interests us as a particular, thing that we found that we would like to talk about. So I'll start with Mike. What have you got in your hot hand there, your notes?
I found something about the trial of animals.
Animals?
Oh, okay.
Medieval period. In fact,
is this a witchcraft thing?
It's some of it is, but not all of it. Apparently from around about the 13th to 18th century in Europe, animals could be brought before a court of law, particularly in France, Switzerland and Italy. Animals were charged with crimes such as murder, assault, theft or destruction of crops. So, for example, pigs were frequently tried as they lived close to humans and sometimes fatally injured children. There are documented cases of pigs being dressed in human clothes, placed in a courtroom and then executed, sometimes by hanging or burning.
Oh. Did they eat it afterwards?
I don't know.
I'd assume so.
Locusts, rats and weevils were often accused of crop destruction.
But why? What's the point?
I don't know. Trials could involve public readings of excommunication and orders to drive them away. Interestingly, animals were sometimes offered safe passage to leave fields as though they could respond rationally. It is all to do with folklore, religious beliefs, witchcraft.
It sounds like something, if you watched it on Blackadder, you'd go, that's ridiculous.
Apparently there was one case, going back to what Liz was saying, there was one case involved a rooster being tried for laying an egg.
What?
An unnatural act interpreted as evidence of witchcraft.
Okay.
And sometimes these animals were assigned human legal advocates. Who made,
Can you imagine?
Who made genuine arguments in their defence. And proceedings follow the same structure as human trials: indictment, defence, sentencing. And these
Did
trials.
they have a jury?
I don't know. Well, even mind you, in those days, many humans didn't have.
Yeah, that's true.
Human
It'd just be the judge, would it?
Often, yeah. And these trials reflected both superstition and the belief that divine law extended to all creatures. They also showed the blurred line between religion, law, and folklore.
Madness. Oh, folklore,
Madness.
folklore.
So yes, Liz, it was often to do with witchcraft and...
You see, I would have thought that they would blame a person for being a witch and casting spells on these animals.
I think, especially if you go back to the 13th, 14th century, we're still at a time where if things go wrong, they needed some... I mean, once upon a time, before sort of religion as we know it today, you'd blame the sun god or the water god or the moon god, or there'd be all sorts of gods to blame for a poor harvest. I suppose if you're moving towards a more religious society, they still need to find somebody to blame.
Yeah,
So
and I
let's
suppose
blame
then,
the pigs.
Yeah, if you can say, oh, well, the devil's clearly got into that pig, it's been possessed or whatever, and you can then get rid of the pig and, either eat it or not eat it, then presumably you've solved the problem and everything will go back to normal. So I suppose it's that human wanting closure.
Yeah. And it's that desire. Sorry, it's that desire to do it in a sort of a legal, formal way.
Yes, because Farmer John's pig would be his livelihood.
Yeah,
you couldn't just go, oh, it's possessed, let's kill it.
Yeah.
They'd have to prove it was
and that's why you'd have to have a court case. Yeah.
Oh.
Come on,
you
Percy.
Imagine if you're a lawyer, oh, you're acting for the pig today.
Yes, my lord, Percy the pig.
And they'd probably say, "That's right. I was acting for the weevils and rats last week. This is a step up."
Hey, there's an advert on the television that has a solicitor that defends nursery rhyme people. Have you seen it?
Oh yes, I've seen the advert.
That's not far removed from
No,
that.
it's not.
What's an advert for?
It's what's the advert for? I think it's for advertising on television and things like that. His practice was going nowhere till he advertised on television.
Right. Yes.
Something like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but it just put me in mind of what you just said.
So I've got another animal one.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
And I'd heard of this one before, and it's a Hartlepool legend. Now, just how true it is, don't know. It's the monkey that was hanged as a spy.
I've heard about
Have you heard this one?
What's the story?
Well, it originated during the Napoleonic Wars in early 19th century.
Oh, yes.
France and England were at war.
They sure were.
Yeah, and the coastal towns feared the French.
As you would.
And a French ship was wrecked off the coast of Hartlepool, and a monkey dressed in a military-style uniform, which was common because you used to have them as ship mascots. Was the sole survivor. And the locals had never seen a Frenchman before. They'd heard about them, but never seen one. And allegedly mistook the monkey for a French spy. And according to legend, they held an impromptu trial when the monkey could not answer questions, so was found guilty and hanged.
Maybe he didn't understand English.
Could be.
Historians debate whether this ever happened. It may be an invented tale to mock Hartlepool's ignorance. But apparently Hartlepool football team, Hartlepool United, have a mascot, H. Angus the monkey.
Okay.
And in 2002, a man dressed as H. Angus the monkey was elected as the town's mayor.
Okay. They've got a sense of humour, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it says here the legend is both humorous and tragic because it shows the fear of the unknown. Those local people had never seen a Frenchman.
I'd never seen a monkey.
But yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine now, isn't it? What with
it is, yes.
TV and books and radio and the internet. And
I mean, it'd be the same as us seeing something coming out of a spaceship and thinking it was an alien.
I've got another one here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll let you. 20th century America, elephant execution.
Oh.
In a circus, Mary the elephant in 1916 in Tennessee.
Mary doesn't seem like an elephant name, does it?
But she was a circus elephant. Killed her inexperienced trainer after he struck her behind the ear with a hook. Public outcry demanded her death. Too large to be shot or poisoned effectively, Mary was hanged from a railway crane in front of thousands of onlookers. The execution was botched, causing immense suffering, and is now regarded as a horrific example of human cruelty.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, we did say weird and wonderful and
We
strange.
did.
Yeah.
We
Yes. Well,
But it's more
Idiot
about how
keeper.
weird and wonderful humans are.
Yeah.
You know, for all those thousands to be watching, and to be demanding the death of this,
yeah.
it does tell you more. A bit like the monkey,
Yeah.
a bit like the pigs. It does tell you more about humans and human nature.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Go on, I'll let you go on to something.
Okay, well, I've got a very short segment because unfortunately my phone where I kind of keep my research is not playing ball, but I did find an amazing article from the BBC about stuff that's been pinched.
Oh, you said, yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Can't you
why
open
on
it?
earth? I don't know whether it's a data problem or what, but anyway, one of the things that has been pinched recently, and apparently this is an art installation, but a golden toilet.
Oh yes, no, I heard.
A golden toilet.
A golden toilet.
toilet.
Yeah, seriously. I don't think it's from Donald Trump's place either.
Can you remember where it was from?
I can't, So I kind
I'm
of
sure I've
skimmed it earlier
I'm
while
sure
I
I
was doing
saw
a bit of
this.
prep. But yes. I mean, what on earth can you do with it? I mean, I suppose you can get it into your house, but I mean, you have to plumb it in yourself because I think any plumber would ask you questions about where you got this item and, that's not from B&Q, is it, etc. And probably tell everyone else they met about. You won't believe what I had to do last week,
You have to
etc.
reinforce the floor because gold's
Probably, yeah.
very heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like, how the heck did they get it out? And there's so many questions I have about this, but apparently it's, toilets getting stolen is quite common. More than you'd think. I mean, Portaloos as well.
Apparently, it was stolen from Blenheim Palace.
Oh, there you go.
All
I can
right.
imagine a golden toilet at Blenheim Palace.
2019, solid
Yeah.
gold toilet valued at £4.8 million.
Yeah, I imagine they probably melted it down, didn't they?
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
Two men were sentenced for their involvement in the theft.
Ah, there
The
you
toilet's never been recovered.
go. No, it probably has been melted down.
But they were
It says
flush.
it's probably been broken down and sold for.
Yeah, there's probably people who are wearing jewellery that's been made from that toilet, and we'll never know.
You missed that, didn't you? I said they were flush.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm just sad I didn't get there first. But yeah, I can't understand why people would steal things like Portaloos either.
No.
But yeah, apparently there's quite a trade in cheese theft too.
All right.
But blessed are the cheesemakers.
They are.
They shall
absolutely.
inherit the earth.
Yeah,
I suppose it's expensive. A huge, what do they call them?
a proper wheel of cheese.
A wheel of
yeah.
cheese is expensive.
It
isn't it
is. Yes.
And they must cut them up and sell them.
Presumably they do.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, like a big
Didn't you
truckle
say
of
something
cheese.
about a tracker had been put in there?
Yeah, because I mean, with this persistent cheese theft, obviously people decided, right, we're not having this, and so they put a tracker in a wheel of brie, and therefore they managed to nab the cheese nobblers.
Concrete wellies. Didn't you talk about concrete
I
wellies?
did, yes. Oh, have you found it? Oh, fantastic. Mike's got the article I was looking at, but if anyone remembers Jimmy Cricket, the comedian,
Yes.
yes, it was a present from Ken Dodd, a pair of concrete wellies. Go
I
on,
got the
Mike.
cheese one. Found the cheese one.
Yeah.
Hernia-inducing theft.
Yeah, that would be the concrete
The concrete
wellies, I
wellies.
imagine. But I mean, what on earth? Why would anyone want them?
It was a present. Apparently, it was a present from Jimmy Cricket, to Jimmy Cricket, from his fellow funny man Ken Dodd,
Yeah, yeah.
and went missing from his garden in Rochdale.
Did they ever get recovered, the wellies?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't seem to.
That's a real shame, because that must have, cost a bit to do. Concrete wellies. I mean, I assume he went to somebody to get them done, unless he just cast them himself. But I imagine you'd have to make a mould, wouldn't you, from some wellies and
From
then
some
pour
wellies, yes.
concrete into it. You
Yeah.
couldn't just, dip some wellies in and hope for the best.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Very strange, but there you
There's
go.
a picture here of a Paddington Bear
Oh, yes.
sitting on a bench as a statue, and the next picture shows the bench where the front half of Paddington Bear has been cut off and stolen.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a picture of me in Liverpool with Paddington Bear on a bench.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's that bench. Poor Paddington.
Might have been.
Yeah, but people will steal the stranger. You know when you sometimes think, is this for a bet?
Yep.
You know, I mean, I can understand, like you say, with the cheese. Portaloos, not so much.
No, I was going to say, are they drunk when they do these things?
I don't know.
Is it a dirt?
Yeah. I mean, unless it's, I don't know how much it costs to hire a Portaloo. I've never never had to get one. But
Well, yeah. I suppose it's the delivery. Yeah, my elder son used to live with a guy who was, I think he was a rap artist. This was in Wales.
Oh yeah,
and he went to an award one night and he won an award. And on the way back, he was saying to his girlfriend, "I don't really believe in awards. They're ridiculous." And he threw it in somebody's garden. And of course, he got up the next morning when he was sober and spent like 2 days trying to find which garden he'd thrown it into. So we do strange things when we're drunk, you know. I don't know what he was trying to prove.
Indeed.
Right, but my weird and wonderful thing, you will have heard of this, is the child that went missing at Ayers Rock. And that was, do you know what? I haven't put what year it was. 9-week-old Zara Chamberlain went missing from the Northern Territory. Oh, yeah, I have. In 1980. It was during a family camping holiday at Ayers Rock.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And Lindy, her mother, claimed she'd seen a dog running out of the tent just before they discovered the baby was missing. Now, there was no evidence of this, you know. They searched far and wide for evidence, but they also had no evidence that this woman had hurt her baby. And the feeling generally nationwide was she was an evil woman that had killed her baby and disposed of her baby. And they were vilified, her and her family they were sent horrible, you know, things through the post. The police had to protect them. They were threatened with death. There was no proof. There was. They just said what she claimed was ridiculous. It couldn't have happened. And she was actually, her and her husband were sent to jail in 1982. They were actually imprisoned. And that between the baby disappearing and them going to jail, I mean, life in jail can't have been easy for them.
No.
They had a horrendous time because everybody was pointing the finger at them. They'd lost this little baby. You know, people forgot that this baby had disappeared. And then she was in prison till 1986, as was her husband, when they found some new evidence. And this was in the form of the baby's cardigan, because obviously Lindy, it wasn't Lindsay, it was Lindy, had described exactly what the baby had on when she went missing. And this cardigan was found buried quite a long way away from where this actually took place, in an area where there were loads and loads of dingoes.
Right.
Loads of them. They were all over the place.
Yeah.
And they checked with DNA and everything, and they found that this was the baby's jumper. So they were released from prison in 1986. They got a pardon in 1987, and their convictions were squashed by the Supreme Court of the Northern Territory in 1988. And in 1992, they received 1.3 million Australian dollars in compensation.
I should think so.
Yeah. And in 2012, a fourth coroner had said that the baby died from injuries from a wild dog, which is what the first coroner said. But that was ignored.
Right.
Because popular speculation had them as bad people.
So in this case, they weren't quite so inclined to blame it on an animal. They wanted a proper.
They wanted it
villain.
A person. Yeah. But I think because I watched a film documentary type thing on this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because you know what they were saying. The police and everybody was saying that the alarm was called so soon they would have found traces of the animal's footprints and all this sort of paw prints. They would have been able to track it because they had some of the indigenous population that live around Ayers Rock, which they're very good at tracking wild animals, etc. And they couldn't, and all this sort of thing. But it was all circumstantial evidence. It was absolute. I mean, it was talk about a miscarriage of justice. You know, and I don't know what happened to the family. I don't know whether they ever got over it, but it was, I just thought that,
gosh, what an ordeal though.
Terrible, to be, not only to say, lose a baby that's 9 weeks old, and I think they were quite religious as well, if I remember rightly, and the church turned their back on them and everything, their church, you know, I don't know which sort of umbrella of the church they were under, but yeah. So that isn't that is weird. That is a weird one. Where, as I say, this poor child was the dingo, and I think the other thing was that they said the baby would have cried when the dingo got hold of the child, but obviously she didn't cry out because her mum wasn't that far away. Her mum saw, as I say, her mum panicked when she saw what she thought was a dog coming out of the tent. Nobody heard the baby crying or anything, and babies, when they cry, especially in an area, it carries a long way, you know, in an area like that where there's nothing sort of, I mean, it bounces off the rocks and things, but that's all. So I just thought I'd bring that up as a miscarriage of justice, as a weird thing, you know, rather than, it wasn't wonderful at all, but
gosh.
Have you got some more, Mike?
Just a little one here. The Zone of Death. Which is in Yellowstone Park in America, and apparently it's a loophole that was discovered some time ago, and apparently the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution requires trials to be conducted by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed. But this this Zone of Death is a 50 square mile area in the Idaho section of the national park, where theoretically you can commit a crime and it could go unprosecuted.
So how does that work?
Because the only beings living in that 50 square mile portion of Yellowstone are either grizzly bears, elks, or other wildlife, and they aren't eligible for jury duty.
Oh, right, okay.
So in that 50 miles, you can't get a jury because there are no people.
But you probably wouldn't have a great lot of scope for crime, would you? Unless you had someone with you when you murdered them, I guess.
Yeah. I'm watching something at the moment, the series called Northern Exposure.
Oh, yeah. Is that Alaska?
Yeah. And it just makes you realise how isolated some communities are. You know, they've not got their own dentist and all this sort of thing. And they've got this doctor who they paid for him to be trained, and he's got to stay there and pay back the Alaska, you know, government or whatever. And he's there under sufferance. He hates it. But it just makes you look at the way they look at life. You know, whereas you know, sort of Ankara down the road, I think it's about 3 hours.
Yeah.
A city where they look at life completely differently. So yeah, I found that interesting. So you've got the same sort of thing there, haven't you? You've got a law unto itself.
So yeah. I mean, like everything else, I don't think anybody's really tested this one out.
No. But they would in America, though.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, fascinating. Have we done? Are we? Have we got anything else to say about weird and wonderful things?
No, we also got other things to say.
Because, as I say, I only looked into the Chamberlain murder. So,
if you've not seen it, Only Murders in My Mind. .wordpress.com is where you'll find our blog, and on the blog, obviously, there's some show notes for the podcast. There's also a weekly writing prompt that goes on there. I put a picture up every week and invite people to write a story. It doesn't have to be a murder mystery; it can be any story you like. And we've had some interesting stories or links back to people's blogs where they've been writing the stories. And I'm thinking, I keep saying this, I really must get in contact with some of these people to see if they would be happy with us to read some of the stories out, because there's some great stories.
And the other thing that there is, as part of Only Murders in My Mind, is the shorts on the YouTube channel.
Yes. Yeah.
So if that floats your boat and you like little videos about the weird, the wonderful, the quirky, and the criminal,
Yeah, there's some
Mike
really good
produces
ones.
some good ones on there.
Yeah.
So
I've not put any up for a while, but there are some weird ones there. There's some strange laws.
Yeah,
I think one of the most popular ones at the moment is about not chewing gum in Singapore, I think it is.
yeah.
there you go.
I must admit, I've enjoyed them because some of them are like you going, what? Yeah. So if you like that sort of thing, have
And
a look
also
at
you
that.
need to keep a lookout for Carol's YouTube, which is about to...
Yes.
Probably by the time this goes out, it will be launched, won't it?
It should be, yeah. My first novel, my first Warrington detective novel, that is, Searching for Evil, is now available on YouTube, chapter by chapter. So if you want to go, it's I read it. It's an audiobook, and it's free, so you can just read chapter by chapter if you want to. So
How often are you putting the chapters up?
I don't know.
Don't know.
But they will be going up. Also, don't forget to
Weekly,
like and
John,
subscribe to Carol's channel.
Yeah, please.
I think they'll all be uploaded at once, basically.
Oh, right.
I don't know. This is the technical side. I hand it all over to my editor to do these sort of things because he knows about this and I don't.
Oh, well, if we're all pushing our channels, I'll say I also have a YouTube channel, which I occasionally remember to post to, and I also have a TikTok account, which I try to occasionally post a short video to. So if you want to know what I'm up to, book-wise, then follow along.
And Liz is always up to something book-wise, I'll tell you.
And for
Quite
links,
often.
for links to Carol's books, Liz's books, again, if you go to our blog, there are links there to their author pages.
Yeah, I think there's the links on our YouTube channel, John, for our books. There's the links on the YouTube.
there is.
Yeah, so they're there as well.
We are linked everywhere
We are linked everywhere. You cannot escape us.
You can see us. You can see us. You can hear us on Spotify and Apple as well.
That's
so we are everywhere.
Yeah, there is no escaping us.
isn't
Try as you may.
So until next week's episode, thank you for listening, and we'll see you again. Bye. You have been listening to Only Murders in My Mind, a Random Thought production, produced by John Bissett. The music in Peril was composed and recorded by OM Studio Strings.